Hello everyone, so today I'm trying out my new Trackir 5. Now if you're not familiar with what Trackir is or does, it is essentially an infrared receiver that tracks and amplifies your head movement and then applies that in-game. So you wear a little device on a hat or your headset, and then you mount the receiver on the top of your monitor. And then, like I said, it'll pick up your head movement and then amplify it and put it in game. This gives you the ability to look around in all directions just like you would in real life in games that are Trackir compatible. And that comes in handy big time in flight sims and driving sims because you need to be able to look into turns or look for obstructions, see if someone's behind you while being able to drive and maintain control of your vehicle rather easily. It makes that experience much easier on the player. Now I've already done a little test flight here, so my engine's warm. I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up, and we'll take off down the runway. Now a big advantage that it applies to this flight sim is that typically you'd have to take off an airplane like this, just sitting there like this, or do some awkward clunky key binding to be able to look off to the side of the airplane. But you can see here with Trackir, I can just lean to one side or the other and get an idea of what's out in front of my airplane. I'm just gonna go ahead and power up and take off down the runway, and we'll go for a little joyride. And in case you're wondering what game I'm playing IL-2 Cliffs of Dover. It's a World War II flight simulator that centers around the Battle of Britain. I'm just flying a little tiger moth here. Alright. Airspeed's good. I'll go ahead and rotate. Get us off the ground. See, I can just look around at everything that's going on while still in complete control of my airplane. My hands are free. I don't have to think about what I need to do to get back to the center because I just need to look back to the middle. And you can adjust all the settings to suit your comfort level of what you want to be amplified in terms of your head movement. And say, if you ever get wonky in the middle of a game where, say you look back to center and all of a sudden this was center, you can just bind a key that'll reset whatever your center position is. And that comes in handy. So, you can see here, the sun is blinding me. I can just duck down behind my console panel here. So I'm flying east in this early morning 1940s England, and I can look at all my gauges, see what's going on, and then pop back up if need to be, all really easily. Comes in handy in a combat situation where I've got an enemy on my tail while still trying to maneuver and looking back to see what's going on. Now for a reconnaissance point of view, like I said, I can look out and lean over the aircraft and check out what's below me. It just makes for a much more immersive flight experience. You really feel like you're much more in control of the airplane. Almost like you're really inside the cockpit. It just makes a lot more relaxing and a lot more interesting because you can look around a lot easier. You don't really have to think about it. Makes joy flying like this at low altitudes a lot easier to do too. You can really see what's going on, any obstructions that are in your way. Gonna buzz these farmlands. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take her back in for a landing. Let's see, I can maintain eyes on the field. Sometimes when you're trying to land an airplane without a track IR, it can be very difficult to maintain your orientation to the airfield. It just makes it a lot easier to locate where you're trying to land. Do a nice easy landing today. Hopefully. Still somewhat new to this game. Put down, there's a field. Coming in at my 45. Power down. Turn my nose down a little bit. Power down to get somewhat of a glide angle. You can see I'm just looking off to the nose of the airplane to get my bearings. Can use my rudder to steer me back in. Power way down. Bit of an updraft here. A nice easy landing. And that's all you gotta do. Well, thanks for watching. I really enjoy this track IR system. You can get it for anywhere from like 140, 150 bucks. And if you're big into flight sims, the Arma series or driving simulators, it's really worth your time. I can't stress that enough. It'll completely change your experience in these games. Well, anyways, thanks again for watching. Leave a like and a comment below.